Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about computers. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about operating systems. So Mac or Mac OS is Apple's operating system for computers. So here's just some stuff to know about Mac OS. If you want to spend more money, this is the operating system for you. But if you're also used to Mac, which who knows, you probably could be raised on it with your family computer being a Mac, or you always worked on it for school because school gave you one, then go ahead, do that. If you don't want to learn how to use a Windows, which Windows are super easy to use, then do that. Also, these computers are not very upgradable because Apple just wants your money and doesn't care if you want to upgrade. And then Windows. They have a wide variety from HP to Sony, which Sony no longer makes computers because they're garbage. Dell, Lenovo, I don't know, Asus, HP, if I didn't mention that already. Lots of companies are making computers. And so and these computers are a lot of the time cheaper due to competition with each other. There's also two chips or chip companies that make stuff or make like components for it, which is AMD and Intel. There's also other companies, but these are the big major ones. Portability. So this decides whether you want a laptop or a desktop. So you take your computers everywhere, then a laptop is obviously your best bet. You don't travel that much, or you want a little more firepower, then you're gonna want to get a desktop because that's probably your cup of tea. Laptops. So if you need to travel a lot and transfer files on the go, laptops are your best bet. Note, smaller laptops such as this one are harder to upgrade due to a lot of the components being integrated. With this one, since it's larger because it's a 17-inch, there's 2 RAM slots. You can take out the hard drive. With this one, you can take out the hard drive and the wireless card, but that's not really necessary. I haven't opened this one up yet, so I do not really know what's inside. I mean, I know the components, but not much the layout. And so when I mean upgradability, I mean Windows machines, because you can't really upgrade a MacBook unless you're dealing with a really old one, and because the reason why you can't really upgrade a Mac laptop is because essentially Apple wants your money. Anyway, for desktops, desktops and essentially desktops. I'm thinking by desktops, it's like the Mac Mini and stuff, but every computer that's essentially not in this form is a desktop. So those are, you can bring these along fairly simply, or no, you cannot bring these along simply. And these are upgradable, even with the Macs. Most of the time, the larger Macs, they're desktop style, you can upgrade fairly simply. Also, a lot of the times, these are way more powerful than a laptop because you can stick a graphics card in there, you can stick more RAM, just a lot bigger stuff, and there's also more cooling, so you can put hotter running processors and more fans to cool it down. So what I have. So I have a 17-inch HP with a Ryzen 5 3500U processor, 12 gigs of RAM. It's an integrated graphics card. It's essentially just running off the processor, which I'm not really much of a gamer, so this is fine. This one is a 13-inch Sony Vaio with a Core i7 and an 8 gig of RAM. So in my situation, if I was just traveling for the fun of it, I'd probably bring my Sony because A, it's smaller. If it gets lost in luggage, I could care less. And it's just not that great. But if I were to be traveling for like a business or needed to do more extensive work, I'd bring this. I'd obviously just carry on so I wouldn't lose it. And yeah, so what should you get? This is totally up to you. If you're on a budget, Windows machines are your best. But you have more cash to spend and you want a better experience, or you're just a Mac person, go ahead, get a Mac. Yeah, so thanks so much for watching. Oh yes, I also forgot. There's also many other different types of operating systems, such as Linux, Chrome OS, and all other stuff. I actually, I got a Raspberry Pi. I tried editing on that. Don't do that. It's just a waste of time. Chrome OS is meant for online. So you can download games on it and applications, but those aren't really gonna do much because a lot of the times they're 4 gigabytes of RAM and a standard editor is not going to be able to run on that. So either just think about a Windows or a Mac. There is more for Linux. You can, with a laptop that runs Linux, you probably can. I don't know too much about Linux. Yeah, so just stick with either a Windows or a Mac. I don't have a Mac, so I can't really show you an example of that. But anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much.